Terry Francona has done exactly what the Indians brought him in to do, and they have rewarded him with a contract extension and some team options that could keep him in Cleveland through the 2020 season. Tim McMaster here along with Jim Duquette. And when you look at what this team's done, obviously in his first year they reached the postseason, another winning record in 2014. What has his biggest impact been on this club?
You know, he's brought a couple things. Stability for one, and I think leadership in the other. Stability is important for any organization, but they were going through some rough times. Eric Wedge leading up through Manny Acta, and really after Manny, I think they were an organization that was in a little bit of disarray. They weren't quite sure what they were from their identity. And then Terry comes in, brings that stable mind, a stable force, the good evaluation skills that he's always possessed, and just that impact in the clubhouse of you're not going to be outmanaged by anybody. He's one of those few guys like a Joe Madden, like a Buck Showalter, that's one of the top 5 or 6 in terms of in-game management, which is a form of leadership. And I think that has helped stabilize, helped give him the credibility in that Cleveland Indians organization, and the players really respond.
Mentioned that he reached the postseason in his first year there, but then the Royals kind of leapfrogged Cleveland in 2014. When you look at this roster, what they have, can they jump back in 2015 and make a run at the postseason?
Yeah, I think they can. You know, you look, they've had the 4th best record over the past 2 seasons, which is pretty remarkable. As you mentioned, they go to the postseason. They've just missed out in 2014, but they have a really good core group of guys. Corey Kluber is the guy that stands out because he came into his own this past year the way he pitched. Danny Salazar is another kid that obviously has got the big arm and came up towards the end. And I think he's going to establish himself as a top of the rotation starter. They have really 2 or 3 quality position players. Michael Brantley had a career year this year, and it was an all-star. Carlos Santana obviously is a middle-of-the-lineup bat that I think will get better. And then Yan Gomes, as a catcher, has really developed into one of the top catchers in the game. So I think, you know, they have a core group of guys, both pitching and position players.
Now, when he came in, they also brought in Michael Bourne and Swisher, and those guys helped kind of change the culture. Both those guys were hurt a lot in 2014. Do they need them healthy?
I think they do. I think that was one issue when you look at the amount of money that they're paying for both of those guys. You're expecting more production out of them. Out of Bourne, certainly at the top of the lineup, and Swisher, maybe not in the middle of the lineup anymore, but down maybe in that 6th spot in the lineup. And if you can keep them healthy, I think they will respond. I think those are 2 guys that still have a little bit of life left in their bat. So you look for Terry to get the most out of them. That's another aspect that he does and he provides, is being able to keep an eye on those veterans as they get towards the back end of their careers, making sure that they're motivated but also properly rested.